Hey guys, Ashley here from Soul Sweat Hot Yoga. I'm glad you're joining us for a little bit of yoga today. Throw your mat down wherever you have space in your house. If you have a couple blocks, grab those as well. If you don't, anything sturdy will substitute for a block, so feel free to grab that. Place it at the top of your mat. Turn on your favorite jams, whatever you want to listen to. I'm not playing music in the background of this recording, so you can feel free to play your own. And we are going to get started on a little bit of side body strengthening and opening today. So we're going to get started today in a seated position, and you can come down onto your mat in any seated position that's comfortable for you. So hips to heels, ankles crossed, sit bones to the mat, or if it feels good, legs extended out in front of you. Just want you to anchor into the sit bones, lift up through the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders up, down, and back, relaxing them away from your ears. I'm going to tuck that core under a little bit and lengthen through the crown of your head. Chin neutral. You can bring your palms to the thighs. You can flip the palms up, or you can bring them into your lap. Once you're settled in, just close your eyes and take a second to come into stillness, connecting with your breath. Inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. Make your breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, really connecting with each inhale and exhale. As you do that, becoming more present and aware of how you're feeling right here, right now. Try to set aside any distractions, any clutter in your mind. And as you do that, find a positive intention for your practice today. An intention that I practice a lot and have really benefited from recently is an intention of gratitude. Yogi Bhajan would tell his students that an attitude of gratitude is the highest yoga that you can practice. What we practice on our mats is manifested in our lives. So practicing gratitude today through your challenging yoga practice trains you up so it's easier to practice gratitude when things get tough off your mat as well. As you solidify your intention, bring it into your mind's eye. Let that be your focal point for everything you do on your mat today. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose, breathing in for 3, 2, 1, holding at the top. Open up the mouth wide. Exhale. Sigh the breath out with an H-A, ha. 2 more. Inhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the peak. Open up your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Last round. Inhale through the nose. 3, 2, 1. Try to take one more big sip. Hold here. Open up the mouth. Sigh it up. Let go of anything you're still holding on to. The bottom of your breath, bring your lips back together. Take a few breaths in and out through the nose. Come back to your intention of gratitude. Staying in your seated position. We're going to move just a little bit here, starting to wake up the spine, wake up the body, and open up through the sides. So left hand comes down, tenting the fingers or using a block. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Keep your right hip down on the mat. Inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, get really, really, really long. Anchoring into your tailbone, reaching through your palms. One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Lift with your inhale and reach on your exhale. Keep pressing your left hip down. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and down. Right hand comes to your right knee. Lift, lengthen, and twist, looking up and over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Bring the right hand to the crown of your head. Reach your left arm away from your body. Big breath in. Exhale, drop your right ear toward your shoulder. You can move your chin into any position that feels good. Reach away from you with your left fingers and just open up through the left shoulder and the side of the neck. Inhale up, release. Left hand comes to the left knee, lift up, twist, looking up and over your right shoulder. And slowly unwind. Left hand comes to the top of your head. Big breath in. Lift, exhale, drop your left ear toward your shoulder. And then you reach the right arm away from the body. The right arm can come into any height, any position. Just let it feel nice and juicy in your neck and your shoulder. And inhale up. All right, we're going to shift over to our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. Shoulders above wrist, hips above knees, core strong, pulled in tight. Inhale, right leg back and left arm forward. Just balance here for a moment. Toes can drop to the mat if you need that modification for stability. Lift a little bit higher. Exhale, crunch and round to the center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release the left hand down. Right knee comes just under the right hip. Left leg extends. Tuck your right hip under. Reach your left arm up and over. Modified side plank. You can use a block beneath the right hand if you need to for a little bit of height. One more breath here. Inhale with the left arm leads you up. Capital letter T with the arms. Left hand slides down the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. And you're breathing into your right side here in gate pose. Inhale, back to capital T. With control, slowly windmill the arms down. Pivot on the right knee. Left leg is extended. We're going to reach back and then step over to the right. Hips press over to the left. You're going to look back at your toes. Soften your elbows. Soften your shoulders. Breathe into your left side. Press into the palms. Extend the left leg. Exhale, step left foot through between your hands. We're going to take a nice big breath. Reach up. Lift, 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 lift up and out of the waist. Left hand is going to come down toward the floor. You can use a block here. Right arm reaches up and over. Breathe into your right side. So again, that block, if you need it, is going to come just beneath your left hand. If you don't have a block at home, you can use a can or anything else that feels sturdy. Inhale, back up. Plant your palms down. Tuck your toe under. Big breath in. Left foot steps up and back. Exhale, release your foot down. Inhale, come up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, soften your knees. Dip your hips over to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, dip your hips over to the left. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, we're going to shift our weight forward. Soften our knees and drop them toward the earth. Hover them above the floor. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your knees down. Meet me back in a tabletop. And we're going to repeat that same sequence, but on the other side. Okay? Inhale. Reach the left leg back and the right arm forward. And again, you can drop the left toes to the mat if you need the modification. Lengthen and elongate, balance. Draw the core in. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, crunch round to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release right hand to the mat. Left knee comes beneath the left hip. You're going to spin the right foot, extending the right leg. Left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up and over in a modified side plank. Right arm leads you up slowly. Capital letter T, arms. Right hand slides down the right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Gate pose. Inhale back to a capital letter T. Exhale, circle the hands down slowly. Pivot on the left knee. Right leg is still extended. Exhale, step right foot up and over to the left. Hips press over to the right. Look back at the toes. And just breathe into the right side. So you're just working to stretch the right side here. Inhale, back to center. Extend the leg. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Again, you can use that block here. We're going to inhale up, and then we're going to reach that left arm up and over, right hand to the mat or a block, breathing into your left side. So it takes a little bit of balance. You've got to squeeze inner thighs toward the center. Pull the core in. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands down. All right, big breath in. We're going to tuck the back foot under. We're going to step left foot forward. Separate the feet as wide as the hips. Soften the neck. Interlace the fingers. Bring the hands behind the head. Sway it out a little bit side to side. A little bit of ragdoll here. Maybe front to back if that feels good. Release your hands down. Feet as wide as hips here. I'm going to have my blocks handy. Nice seat bend in the left knee. Left hand to the mat or the block. Inhale, right arm up. Try to stack the shoulders. You can look up, but I don't like to put that much strain on my neck, so I'm going to keep my gaze down at the mat and work to stack my shoulders. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, right arm sweeps down by the hip. Both knees soften, lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend, right knee, right hand to the block. Left arm reaches up. And again, you can look up. It puts too much strain on my neck, so I'm going to keep the gaze down, but looking up is absolutely fine. And sweep the left hand down. Inhale all the way up. Arms come down by the sides. I'm going to turn to face you, but you're going to stay lengthwise on your mat. Feet as wide as your hips. Palms open. Shoulders down away from ears. Knees are slightly soft, never hyperextended. Tail is slightly tucked, core pulled in. Chin neutral. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few breaths here. I want you to find a focal point in your mind, but also physically. So pick a spot to gaze at, maintaining your balance and your focus. Moving into a little bit of Surya Namaskar. We're going to get the body moving a little bit faster, blood pumping. So I'm going to step to the top of my mat here. Keep those feet as wide as your hips. Arms are down by your sides, staying in your Tadasana. We're going to take a nice big breath. Sit down low. Sweep the hands back, long spine. Inhale, stand tall, reach up, look back, lean back, booty back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, long, flat back. Exhale, fold. Sit down low, sweep hands back. Inhale, up, stand tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. You can soften the knees. Exhale, fold. Sit down low, sweep hands back. Inhale, all the way up. Back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms down. Inhale, step back. Find your plank. Draw your core in, shoulders above wrists. You can drop your knees down if you need the modification. On the exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift up, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, lifting the hips up and back. Take a second in your down dog. You might pedal out your feet. Nod your head yes, nod your head no. Inhale, come up high to the tiptoes. Exhale, soften your knees, dip your hips over to the right. Inhale, hips high. Exhale, dip your hips over to the left. Inhale, hips high. Gaze between the hands. Tiptoe, step, or float your feet forward to meet them. Big breath in, sit down, low feet together this time, hands sweep back. Inhale, come all the way up. Now this time, your hands can stay apart or we can interlace the fingers. Big breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna fold, 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 fold. Softening the knees, you're gonna come halfway down. Pull the belly in firmly. To modify, your hands come to your thighs, but you really wanna feel some extension, some separation between your vertebrae. You're getting as long as you can, making a number 7. Maybe those legs straighten out a little bit more. Pull the core in. One more big breath here. Exhale, soften. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. We're going to open our side body a little bit, so I'm turning to face you. Inhale, right arm sweeps up and over, left hand slides down the thigh. Big breath, reach up. Exhale, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach right arm up and over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm reaches up and over. One more round. Inhale, up. Exhale, we're going to fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale and fold. Right ankle is going to step behind the left ankle. You're slowly going to drop your seat down to the mat. I'm going to turn again so you can see me from the side, but you can stay right where you are. We're going to come into a little bit of core work, and then we're going to move into our first stage of our Vinyasa Krama, holding our poses and developing that side body opening a little bit more. So we're going to start off with some modified boat pose. We're going to do that with a block. If you have one, you can use a firm pillow or anything else that can substitute in for a block that you have at home. Placing it in between the inner thighs. You're going to bring your feet out in front of your knees, pointing straight up. You're going to squeeze that block. Come up to the tiptoes. Hands come behind the knees. Elbows wide, chest proud. Light 2-finger touch behind the knees. Lean back. Keep your chest lifted and wait until you feel that little catch in the core. Once you feel that catch in the core, make sure you're just lightly touching the mat with your tiptoes. You're going to hold right here. Pull the core in this modified boat. Hold, chest proud. Breathe. Two more breaths here. One more big inhale. On the exhale, I want you to tuck the core in the chin. Round all the way down to your mat. You're going to pull those heels in a little closer to your booty. Keep the block in between your inner thighs if you've got that. It's going to help keep the direction of the knees going the right direction. Arms come down by the sides, palms down. You're going to tuck that tail under so your core is engaged and your spine is long. Press into your heels. Squeeze the buttocks. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips. We're going to do it 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. 2 more. Last one. And lower. All right, block, place to the side. Hug the knees in. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, knees to chest, rock up. I'm going to scoot back on my mat a little bit. And then I'm just going to slither down to the tummy. You can get there any way that you need to, doesn't matter. Excuse me. Hands are going to come just beneath the shoulders. Elbows are going to tuck in. Legs are as wide as your hips. You're going to point your toes, squeeze your butt, press down into your pubic bone. On the inhale, without putting too much pressure in the hands, lift the chest up like a cobra. Shoulders back, elbows in. Make sure you're breathing so your cobra might rise and fall a little bit. One more breath. And exhale, release. Press into your palms. Booty back, extend the arms. Child's pose. Grab a sip of water if you need it here. You might sway out the shoulders or the hips. You may even walk your hands to the right or to the left. One more big breath there in your child's pose. All right. Gaze between your hands, activate your arms. Tuck those toes under. Big breath in, exhale, belly button to spine. Try to peel the hips up and back without shifting your weight forward. Once you're in your down dog, just pedal out your feet for a moment. We're coming into a stage of our practice where we're going to hold just a little bit longer. Make sure that your blocks, if you're using them, are handy. Maybe nod your head. All right, inhale up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, soften the knees, dip your hips to the right. Inhale up, exhale, soften your knees, dip your hips to the left. Inhale up, reach the right leg nice and high. Exhale, pull the nose to the knee. And inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step right foot through. Big breath in, keep your heel high. Hands come back. We inhale, sweep up, and we immediately twist. So right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Legs are strong, core is strong. If you need to drop the back knee to modify, you certainly can. One more breath here. Right hand sweeps down. We reach up, spin the left heel to the mat, and open our arms up into a warrior two. Settle in a little bit, knee above ankle, arms strong, belly firm. One more breath. Now we're going to sweep that left arm forward. We're going to draw back like we have a bow and shoot the bow straight into the air. Right arm reaching up and away from the body. Left hand pulling back through the elbow. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, right elbow to right knee, left arm up and over. Modified side angle. Just really rolling the left shoulder back, away from the ear, stacking the shoulders. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching here. Left arm reaches forward. Hand comes down to the mat. Spin up on those back toes. We're going to step forward. Feet come together, bend the knees, sweep the hands back. Inhale, we're going to come up, extend the arms straight out in front of you. Pull the core and tuck the tail a little bit. One more big breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Lift the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms down. We're going to step back with the right foot, step back with the left foot. Rotate, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. If you need that modification, all you have to do is drop down into the right knee. One more big breath. Reach, reach, reach. Left hand comes down to the mat. Plant the palms. Big breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Big breaths. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. All right, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, pull your nose to your knees. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step left foot through between your hands. Back heel is nice and high. Draw the core in, hands come back by the hips. Get long in the spine. Inhale. We're going to come up and immediately twist. So you're really, really trying here to twist through the core, not through the hips. You're reaching through the fingers. Back leg is strong. One more breath. Left hand sweeps down and we reach up. Back heel spins down, open arms wide, warrior two. So settle in here. Really engage through the inner thigh. You're anchoring down into the tailbone. Back leg is strong. Arms are extended. You're going to reach forward with the right arm. Draw back like you're holding a bow and you're aiming for the sky. Gaze up, spread the fingers. Really pull back through the right elbow. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up and back. And exhale, left elbow to the left knee, right arm up, stack the shoulders, and then reach for the top of the mat here, rotating the right shoulder up and back away from the ear, opening up the armpit. Keep reaching, big breath in. Right hand comes down. Spiral up on the back foot. You're going to bring your feet as wide as your hips. Soften your knees. Hands come back by your hips. This time we're going to inhale. Reach all the way up, stand tall. Interlace the fingers, press away from the body. Big breath in, exhale, fold halfway. As you fold, booty back. If you need to release the hands, you can. If the hands need to come to the thighs, you can. You can also soften the knees here. I want you to pull that core in. Keep your gaze down. Get as long as you can from your tailbone to your fingers or crown of the head. One more big breath. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms down. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Plant your left hand down. Spiral and reach the right arm up and over. If you need to modify, all you have to do here is gently drop the knee down. Really lifting up and out of the hips here. Big breath in. Release right hand down to the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, we're going to sit straight back into a child's pose. So I want you to take a few breaths here. Come back to that intention of gratitude that you said at the beginning of class. Be aware that your practice doesn't have to be perfect for you to be grateful for it. Some days are easier than others. But be grateful for each and every moment you have on your mat, every struggle you face, every success you have. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. Slowly round up. We're going to cross our ankles, rock our hips to the mat once we're up into a seated position. We're going to grab our block again if you're using one. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. Feet come out in front of you, block comes in between your inner thighs. All right, so from here, we're not going to keep our hands behind our knees this time. It's going to be no contact, no hold. So we're extending the arms out in front of us, coming up onto the tippy toes, squeezing the heck out of that block. Lift up and lean back till you feel that catch in your hips, or excuse me, catch in your core. You're balanced on the sit bones. Try to float those toes off the mat this time. Squeeze the block, hold, 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 hold. Lift the chest, maybe a little bit more. Maybe you're feeling that shake, that's okay. One more breath. Exhale, release the toes down, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, and lower all the way down to your back. Keep the block where it is if you're using it, nice and high between the inner thighs. All right, we're gonna tuck that tail under so you're imprinting your spine on the mat. Arms are down by the sides, shoulders are pressing into the earth. Take a nice big breath, press your shoulders into the mat, lift your hips up. Now maybe this pose is hard for you, it is challenging for a lot of people. It's not about how high you get your hips, it's more about the form. So weight is in the shoulders, you're lengthening through your tail, lengthening through your knees. Knees are pointing straight to the end of the mat. We're not wide in this pose. You're lifting, 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 maybe a little higher, press into those heels. And exhale, lower the hips down. Place your block to the side. Hug your knees in. Inhale, stretch long like you're waking up from a nap. Exhale, pull your knees and nose together. Rock up, cross the ankles, and slither to the tummy any way you can get there. All right, second round. A little different than the first. Hands are going to come back by your hips. They're not wide in this one. They're nice and tight to the body. Very aerodynamic here. Feet as wide as your hips. Point your toes. Squeeze your booty. Pubic bone presses down. Before we lift the legs, we're going to inhale, lift the chest. Inhale, lift the arms. And then inhale, lift the legs. So just lifting and balancing on your belly. Nice and aerodynamic, squeezing to center. Like you're cliff diving. You're going to lift a little bit higher. And you're exhaling to release. Plant your palms down. Pull your knees in, booty back, arms forward, head below your heart for a few breaths, and a child's pose. Remember here, you can also grab a quick sip of water if you need it. You're finding that intention of gratitude again. In our second stage of Vinyasa Krama, we're going to be adding a single leg standing balance, and we're going to be opening through the side body just a little bit more. So from your child's pose, inhale, lift your gaze, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, we're not going to start our krama from here, so we're going to gaze between our hands, come up high on those tippy toes, and just very gently tiptoe step, float or walk your feet forward. From here, feet as wide as hips. Sit down nice and low, sweep the hands back. When we inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms come down by our sides. So I'm going to turn to face you. Again, we're in that Tadasana pose, anchored to the earth. Standing up nice and tall. Taking a few deep breaths and finding our focal point. Now in this second stage, we're beginning right here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingers, release the index, fingers cross the thumbs. Keep the feet as wide as the hips. Knees soft, tail tucked slightly under. Inhale, lift up and out of the waist. Exhale, reach over to the right. Hips press to the left. So this is a modified Bikram half moon. Keep pulling, right hand hugging on left, hips pressing left, reaching right, breathing into your side. One more breath. And inhale up. So you're at the top of your mat. I'm going to join you there. Big breath in. Exhale, sit down halfway. So we're coming into a chair here. This is too much for the arms. The elbows can come wider. The arms can extend out in front of you for balance. One more big breath. Okay, stay low in the right knee. Left foot comes up and we step back into a lunge. Find your balance here. Big breath in, lift up, lean back, open up the chest. Inhale up, right arm sweeps back and we twist. Reach, reach, reach forward. Left hand comes down outside of the right knee. Right arm reaches up. Right arm sweeps down. Both arms are going to reach up. Left heel spins down. We're going to straighten out that right knee. So we're coming into a reverse triangle here first. We're going to draw that left arm back. Reach the right arm up. Up, 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 up. And then let the left hand come down to the left thigh. Just a little bit of bow action there. Inhale, slowly come back through capital T. Reach past the toes. Right hand comes gently to the mat, the block, or the shin. Left arm will reach over. Big breath in, let the left arm lead you back up. We're going to settle into that right knee. Short stance, warrior two. We're coming into a single leg standing balance. You might use a block for this. You'll take a nice big breath in, reach forward, press into that right foot firmly, and then launch that left leg, left arm up. But make sure that you're not using a whole lot of momentum to do that. You're using the strength of your side body. Left shoulder, left hip rotate open. Flex the left foot or point the toe and really lift up and out of the heel, up and out of the left shoulder socket. Find your balance. I'm a little shaky today. That's okay. Every day is a little bit different on our yoga mat. Reach the left arm back by the hip. We're going to rotate, square off those hips, soften the right knee, big breath in, exhale. You're going to pull that left knee in, tap the left foot to the back of the right heel. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Hands come to mat. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, up dog or modify with cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come up to the toes. Gaze to the hands. Exhale, tiptoe, step or float your feet forward. Sit down low. Inhale, arms sweep back. We reach up. Exhale, arms down. Tadasana. So I'm going to turn again. We're going to meet in our Tadasana. Take a second, find your focal point. Anchor into your feet, lift up through the crown of your head. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingers, release the index finger across the thumbs. Big breath in, lift up and out of the waist. Exhale, hips over to the right, reaching to the left. Left hand tugging on the right hand. Breathing into the right side. Modified Bikram half moon. And inhale up. All right, I'm going to meet you at the top of the mat. You're already there. Big inhale. Exhale, sit down halfway. Remember, your arms can go anywhere you choose. This is a really dynamic position with the arms, really energy shooting through the fingertips here. So I like it, but you may not. One more big breath here. Press into the left foot. Anchor down, stay low in the left knee, right foot steps back. Coming into your lunge, lift up, lean back. Remember the back knee can drop if you need that modification for balance. Inhale up, lengthen, and we're going to twist here. Reach, reach, reach. Reach forward, right hand comes down to the outside of the right knee. Left arm reaches up. Keep the back leg strong, hips as sturdy as possible. Left hand sweeps down, we reach up, lean back, come to neutral, right heel spins to the mat, open up wide, warrior two. Then we're going to straighten out that front leg. Draw the right arm forward, pull your bow back, lift up, look up, lean back slightly, and then let that right hand soften to the thigh, lengthening out at the left side. In your reverse triangle. Again, if it's too much for the neck, you can look down at your back foot. Inhale back to capital T. We're going to reach forward and down. Left hand comes to the shin, the mat, or a block. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, right arm leads you up. Settle into that left knee. Big breath in. We're going to press into that left foot. Reach forward through the left arm and then launch, coming up into Ardha Chandrasana. Stack the right shoulder above the left, the right hip above the left. Make sure your left leg is sturdy. You're not hyperextending the knee though. Lift up and out of that right heel. Breathe. Right arm reaches forward. We're going to square those hips off. Right hand comes down. Exhale, crunch nose and knee together. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, soften. Tap the right toe to the back of the left heel and release your right foot down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Lift your palms. Inhale, step back into a plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a second in your down dog. Inhale, come up to the toes. Exhale, release your knees to the mat. Hips sit back. Reach the arms forward. Relax the neck. Take a few deep breaths right here. One more big breath. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. Slowly rounding up. We're going to come into a little bit of core work here. So cross the ankles, hips come to the mat. We're going to grab our block again and bring it in between our inner thighs. Knees pointing up. Anchor sit bones into the mat. Extend the arms. Lift and lean back till you feel that catch. And then you're going to float those knees so the feet and knees are in line. Hold and squeeze. One more big breath. Exhale, release the toes down, lower all the way to the mat. All right, so you have a couple of choices here. You can take another round of bridge. If you'd like to take an upward facing bow and you're feeling warm enough, you can do that. I'm gonna come into another round of bridge. That's where most of us probably need to be, especially in our air-conditioned houses. So arms are down by the sides, tuck the tail under. Take a nice big breath, press into the heels, lift the hips up, and then wiggle those shoulders a little bit closer together. So you might interlace the fingers below the buttocks, lift the hips a little bit higher. Lift a little bit higher, and exhale to release. Place your block to the side, hug your knees into the chest. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull your nose and knees together, rock up. All right, we're going to slither onto our tummies. And we're going to work our spine one more time. So this time, we're going to extend the arms in a capital V straight out in front of us. Squeeze the tush, tuck the tailbone under, press into the pubic bone. Inhale. Lift the chest, then the arms, and then the legs. Stay lifted, reach, 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 reach. Getting as long as you can. Lift a little bit higher. Exhale and release. Press your palms into the mat, and we're going to come up to a seated position. We're going to be working into an inversion here. So you might choose to use a wall. And that's absolutely fine. You can also kind of surround yourself with pillows if that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to pull my mat right up against this wall. And we're going to be setting up for supported headstand. So supported headstand uses the strength of the side body like pillars. When BKS Iyengar would teach this pose, he would tell everybody, work from the outside in, The side bodies are what's supporting this pose. So really strong side bodies are important. In this pose, it's important you have the proper distance between your elbows. So no wider than your forearms. I dream of genie arms. You should start on your knees. Take your I dream of genie arms and place them toward the top of the mat, sitting on your knees. Interlace your fingers and then release the pinkies so that they aren't interlaced. Then you're going to have a little spot for your head to go. So you need to be pressing down into your elbows, pressing down into the side of the wrist. Your head is going to go in that little spot between your hands, strong shoulders. You're going to walk those knees in and lift your hips up. Now from here, you may just lift one leg at a time, which is totally fine. Or maybe you lift all the way up, and you can use the wall for stability if you need it. Or you can simply balance, pressing into the elbows. I'm a little wobbly today. That's totally okay. If you're wobbly and you fall out, just get back in. The goal here is little by little practice. Take about 30 more seconds to enjoy it. Really make sure that you're pressing away from the earth. You're using the wall as you need to. And you're not kicking violently up into the pose. You really want to kick very, very gently. Very, very little momentum is used to get up. It's all about core strength and it's all about those side bodies. So finish up, maybe one more little try. And we will meet back on our mats. All right, so finishing up here today, we're going to come into a seated position. And I'm going to extend the right leg forward, bend the left knee in. Sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Right hand, thumb pointing down, reaches for the right foot. Left hand comes to the left knee. I'm going to look up and over my left shoulder and then sweep the left arm up and over. Reach up and out, stretch long through your side body. Gaze to the foot, reach, 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 reach. Interlace the fingers if you can. Soften the knee to modify. Lift, exhale, fold. Gaze to the foot, left hand to the foot, right hand next to the right hip. Sit up and pull that foot in. You're going to try to hook your foot with your elbow, your knee with your elbow. Interlace the fingers if you can. Try to lift that foot a little bit higher, and then you can rock it side to side or front to back, or you can just be still. One more big breath. Exhale, release the foot down. Soles of the foot come together, diamond shape away from the body. Hands come down in between the thighs. We're going to slide those hands, hook the elbows round the forehead toward the feet, and separate the shoulder blades. Slowly round up. Let your right foot come in and your left leg extend. Left hand, thumb pointing down, reaches for the left foot. Right hand comes to the right knee or thigh. Spiral looking up and over your right shoulder. Pull the crown of your head toward your left toes and reach your right arm up and over. Reach, 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 reach. Right hand reaches for the foot. Try to interlace the fingers below the left foot. You can soften the knee to modify, square off the shoulders. Lift, exhale, pull and fold. Forehead toward the left knee. Gaze to the foot, right hand comes to the foot, left hand back by the hip. We're going to slowly come up, right elbow and left elbow. Hook the knee and the foot. Interlace the fingers if you can. And then you can rock side to side, front to back, or you can just be still. Just breathing into that left hip. It did a lot of work for you today. And exhale, release. We're going to cross our ankles. Coming into Sukhasana, hands come to the knees. We're going to take some big circles. Just letting it feel good. We did a lot of work with our spine and side body today, so just kind of loosening things up, getting a little bit ooey gooey. And back to center. All right, so we're going to come down onto our backs now. So I'm going to turn on my mat. Always coming down with intention, so lowering, rounding, rounding, rounding. We're going to come down flat onto our backs. We're going to reach the arms above the head. We're going to walk our feet toward the bottom right corner of the mat. And walk our shoulders toward the top right corner of the mat. Grab opposite elbows above the head. Left ankle crosses over right ankle. Breathe into your left side. This pose is really technically called Vinyasa because it's shaped like a banana when you're laying on the floor like this. So a very technical name. Slowly unwind, come back to center, inhale, exhale, pull the knees in, grip the feet, soles of the feet shine out to the sky, a little bit of happy baby here, rock it out side to side. Hug the knees in, extend the legs, reach the arms up above your head, walk your feet to the bottom left corner of the mat, right ankle crosses over left, walk your shoulders to the top left corner of the mat, keep them square, and grab opposite elbows. You'll slowly unwind, come back to center, inhale, stretch long, exhale, pull the nose and knees together, and then release all the way down to your mat, final Shavasana. Let the arms come out wide, let the toes fall open, let your spine sink to the mat. Once you're able to calm your mind, close your eyes and keep them closed. Settling into this moment of stillness in the mind and in the body. As you rest here, coming back to that intention of gratitude that we said at the very beginning of class. To paraphrase Melody Beatty, she said, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough. It turns a stranger into a friend. It turns a house into a home. It turns a meal into a feast. And it can certainly turn a yoga practice into a moving meditation. My students have heard me say that many, many times because it's very near and dear to my heart. If you can learn to practice gratitude on your mat through every challenge that you face in your yoga practice, you can learn to practice it when you're paying your bills, when you're living in quarantine, when you're struggling at work, when you're parenting your children. Gratitude does not require a perfect life. Gratitude merely requires that you practice it, no matter what the circumstances around you are. So it's my hope today that you can cultivate a little bit of gratitude right here, right now. Carry it with you as you go. Thank you so much for your time, for your effort, for your energy. I look forward to seeing you again in person in the near future. The light in me honors the light in you. We are one, we are connected, and we are all divine. Namaste. Feel free to stay on your mat a little while longer, or as long as you would like, resting and relaxing. Join us again for another virtual